These real boss men, they do not desire a financial or an intellectual equal. They are not attracted to it. It is a turn off. The pee-pee goes, burp, burp, burp. It does. I'm telling y'all the truth. They did not go to law school, L'Oreal, so they could end up with a peer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here today is a panel full of black women. It's called, from what I can see in the title, Listen to Black Women, which in itself is a doozy because when you usually listen to a group of them, it's typically opinions told as facts, a bunch of blaming, a bunch of we so loyal, and we love the black man so much, even though that majority of us, if any of us, can vouch for any of these lies these people tell. It's no wonder why they tend to tell them when we're not around. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tend to tell them when they're on the panel by themselves talking because there's nobody there to say, hold on, but wait a minute though. You see what I'm saying? And if it is anybody that ain't no intelligent dude, they're going to actually tell them the truth, like a Tommy Sotomayor, like a Dennis Sperling, like a Kevin Samuels, like somebody that's going to really combat it. You know what I'm saying? Like a Minister Jap, like somebody that's going to say, hold on, and run it down how you lying. That's not true. You actually don't love me like that. And you love the same type of black man that every other woman love, which is the tall, over 6 foot, one handsome, fine, and that can slang it. This is what you like. How are you special just because you like the same thing every other woman liking because he black and you black? You know, it's ridiculous, but we're going to get into it today. We're going to start off by letting them speak their piece. I kind of hate to even listen to them because it's hard to listen to people who just lie all day about being loyal, about loving you. And you know what? You ain't, you know, this woman is known for having a bad attitude. You go to any one of her jobs where she at, she's known to have a bad attitude. And of course, there's everybody else's fault but hers. She's not rude, but if she come into your job and you got a bad attitude, you're rude. You know what I mean? And nobody can be blamed for that except you. But in her case, when she act a fool, she got 100 excuses and in her mind it's valid. You see what I'm saying? So nobody besides outside of her and her group can vouch for these lies she tell, but yet we supposed to sit back and endure the foolishness that she tell these lies. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. But we're going to get into it and we're going to listen to this crap. It's hard for me to listen to these people because, you know, they just anti-truth tellers, man. Let's try to do it.
Sitting amongst women that are always going to tell it like it is, whether they get backlash or not. So we have a lot of issues when it comes to when we want to say what we want as black women. Right, Ebony?
Well, you know, since you went there, yeah, you know, it's interesting. So the past several months where I've been leading conversation amongst black women and beyond, I think the main thing I've learned from this, y'all, is people really want black women to be happy with anything. What people really want black women to understand is that we are to be accepting of our positioning as the least desirable in society. We should get the memo that nobody really wants a black woman. Thus, if anybody was to find themselves willing to take up with us, we should be happy, we should be grateful, and we should shut up about it. And if you are a black woman that dares to push back on that mythology, because that's what it is, it's a damn lie from the pits of hell.
Right.
And if you were to push back on that and insist upon a value system, insist upon a criteria, insist upon just a standard into which we want to operate romantically, we are demonized.
Yes.
We are, we are seen as ungrateful, and eventually we become the ungrateful, angry black woman. And I'm not, I personally won't have it.
Welcome to Listen to Black Women. I'm L'Oreal, and we're here with Elle Barner.
I'm a feminine woman, and traditionally I want to play the feminine role.
Eboni K.WILLIAMS.
Our show up in this world is Eboni K.WILLIAMS, and no man can just hop on that.
And the beautiful Melissa Ford.
I want to preface all my answers with the fact that I am a progressive traditionalist.
Women that's always going to tell it like it is, whether they get backlash or not. That's because you're usually lying about something. Y'all don't tell anything like it is. Y'all typically lie about the things that y'all be saying, and y'all tell what y'all do though. Y'all actually tell an opinion as if it's a fact. That's why people get at you and you get backlash, because you'll tell it as if it's a fact and as if you don't do it. You know, y'all talk about men cheating as if it's men dunking, and because women barely do it if that. So y'all talk about men cheating versus women as if y'all rarely do it when y'all neck to neck at cheating and lying and everything else. And you've been knowing for a long time now, since probably before we had television, that y'all are more sneaky and crafty at. She personally won't have it, y'all. She just personally won't have it. She said that people want black women to be happy with anything and want them to just basically settle, bottom of the barrel stuff. But you say things like that, but you're the main person that do these type of things. If black women are fat and overweight, well, he should love you for you and accept you for you. If you had a bunch of kids, well, that don't mean that, you can't be a good woman and your life should be over. You still deserve happiness. If you done slung it and sold your pouch in your younger years when you was, peak at what a man wanted, now you washed, you should get a second chance, and only a real man can handle you. And, if you measure men, but if they try to measure you as judging, and you got a nerve to try to act like people are out here doing it to you and you're not doing it to people, and you talking about what you won't have. This is a woman who was engaged to how many white men? A couple, maybe, and almost married one, or either married one. You like Maya Angelou, but at least she got it done. I hear she married 2 of them. You see what I'm saying? And you people be the main ones talking about black love and all this foolishness. Like, girl, get lost. And all y'all do is lie about being loyal. That's what really ticks me, because you sit there and lie as if we don't have the evidence. Now imagine before the internet, before we actually had the proof, how much you guys was lying and people believed it. Because, if your woman say that about you, why wouldn't you believe it? If you get some Latinas, some white ones, some Asian ones saying stuff, and we don't have internet, and all you can see is, here's what they saying, and then you look on cut on TV, and the white media is playing things about you. Well, they must be telling the truth. And then you lying dogs want to act like you love the man so much and you're so loyal, but you're the reason why the whole world believe he don't take care of his kids, and he goes to jail, and it's not that many to go around, and they down low, even though you the gayest of them all. You more aggressive for a woman than any man is. You more aggressive for females than men. And I remember when 2000 hit, y'all, how y'all tried to throw that on us and blame us for that. The reason why you was chasing women and wanted women. Then later on it came to find out that you've been doing that since you was a little girl, and you always had a thing for girls. But in the early 2000s, I was there. I remember I was there. I watched how you blamed the men for you going with women, saying it was their fault. Just how you do with that lace front on your head, you blame them for that too. But they can't pay you to stop wearing it. Even if they pay you, you're still gonna sneak and put it on. But it's a man's fault. But everybody want black women to accept the bottom of the barrel. Child, please show us the person that said that. Go ahead, show us where they saying that. Oh, Tyler Perry has said. I bet Tyler Perry ain't said what you saying. He's just saying that a lot of you, high maintenance, I deserve type of women probably should look at the men that's on your level for the most part. If you truly believe the man is saying you should settle for a man can barely pay your light bill, come on, dog. Like, stop. This man made his fortune off of putting black women on a pedestal and putting men down, basically. That's the black men. Look at that movie. What was that movie? That movie where the lady threw the man out of the wheelchair into the dang hot boba bath. You know what I mean? Angry black woman, I believe it was. But he made his fortune off of things like that. So he know better than that. But y'all like to go to the extreme, But let's get back into it. I went on a ramble. My bad.
I just got to sneak this in real quick before I get back to these folks. I think it's real strange and funny that black women will allow this woman who have been with a couple white men and married one to come in and have something to say against dudes. But if there had been a black man that had married a white woman and had a nerve to get on a panel with them and have something to say, they'd have booed him out of there. She talking about they can throw that up in your face. No, they throw up in her face the fact that you got a nerve to sit here and try to come back and tell us something when you was over there trying to make that pop. That's why they throw it up. Like, are you stupid or what? Y'all would have did the same thing. Ridiculous fools.
I feel like, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, I feel like black men don't really want to have the conversation that black women actually do have more options that are available to them than are ever kind of proposed.
Yeah.
Because yes, black men, sure, it might be a little bit more difficult, but if you are willing to date outside your race, the options open up. And
they do, but wait, I have to give a caveat for this because I don't want to make any presumptions. As somebody who has been very open and transparent about my dating within and beyond black men, I just want to say that that's not necessarily the savior complex that people think. Unfortunately, because I think when I have this conversation with black women who have never dated outside of black men, they often have a romanticized fantasy ideal about what that is, kind of like non-black men will save us, and I don't know,
No,
straight to
that
Cam.
is not-
And I know that's not what you're
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
right? But I do think like that was in the comments,
Yeah.
right, of kind of my bus driver gate. Well, sis, what they need to know is you can date non-black men, and you will still have many of the same perils because there are differences culturally, but men are.
So, inside the comments was, well, sis, what they need to know is you ain't got to date only black men. You could go outside. But why would a group of people that's so loyal would rebuttal that? And it was so many of them to the point where she had to speak to them. Wasn't just one or two. That's why she had to speak to them like that. And all those so-called super duper loyal people on the panel know that this is the case with these people. They think if I step out, it should be better. Then when they step out, oh, it was the same. Oh, girl, don't be girl. But wait a minute. Why is it that it's always somebody else but y'all? No matter where y'all go, the problems seem to follow you. Now, that's just like being on a job, right? You got a problem at this job with everybody. And then you go to the next one, it's the same issue. Now, it might be the people on the job, but how everybody else gonna look at you, though? You know what I'm saying? And then again, it might be you. Facts. You might just can't get out. You might not be able to step outside yourself, and I ain't gonna have that and take. Well, sometimes in order to get what you want and in order to compromise, you have to sacrifice some things and take some things. Maybe you're not the type of person to do that. Like it was one ridiculous maggot, if you will, that said, lied. I guess this guy was doing a street interview. I forgot his name, but he does the little street interview with women. And this one black woman was saying that black men tend to act a little more softer with other races of women. Could it be that those other races of women are just softer? You know, everybody know you as a hard son of a gun. I mean, you go to your jobs, you're nasty, you got a bad attitude. A lot of times you get called to where you work, especially if it's a government building or a government job or something, and you just horrible. Like, damn, what'd I do to you? Sound like somebody called your house. Then we not too long ago had somebody show some of going viral of calling the IRS. Somebody company, a black woman was on there sleep. Snoring. You know what I'm saying? But this is typically what not only your race of people say about you, but others. But let you tell it, it's always somebody else that did it. You never look at yourself. It's always, oh, well, you go to another race of man and that don't work out well. It's them, girl, that is not all sweet over there. Maybe it's just you. Maybe that's the problem.
Perils. Because there are differences culturally, but men are men. And when it comes down to misogyny and default presumptions of feminine worth and value, some of those things control cross-culturally. I only know it from experience.
But I will say, some of the women that I know that have dated outside of their race, I do not. I only date black men. But they will try to convince me that it is better. And maybe that's why we have that idea that it is romanticized. Because it's like, oh, girl, you need to get you an Italian man because they know how to worship us. They know how to treat us better. Okay, so when it comes to that, do you feel like people throw that in your face as well? Because when you see a black man that's dating a white woman, it's kind of just like, okay, you know, the athletes, oh, they all got them a white woman, and that's fine.
There's a whole movement called Passport Bros.
This is what I mean.
Oh, God.
I mean, it goes to Ebony's point about black women being fed the narrative that you got to take what you can get, that you're the lowest on the totem pole in terms of attractiveness, and that black men are actively saying, I do not want a black woman.
Again, she said, you know, just like people, women around me and my friends, all I date is black men. And that's more of that garbage about, oh, we loyal and all this foolishness. These people are not loyal. A lot of you guys, especially like a L'Oreal or something, she's just probably having a hard time getting the white man that she wants. So she just like a lot of these so-called swirlers and divestors, they claim that Italian men love us, kind of like the ridiculous crap she just said. But when they go over to Italy, now they doing vlogs talking about how racist they is over there. And they got to get from around there now. But what happened? I thought they loved you. Stay over there. You see what I'm saying? But she said that they come to her, the women come to her. L'Oreal was saying that the women come to her, telling her about, yes, girl, they worship us. Right. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you guys that these women want to be worshiped? If you listen to them, that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time claiming to love the Lord when he said he is a jealous God and you should have no other God before him, but the maggot want to be worshipped. Well, if you were being worshipped, you are then a God. And that's probably why you're at the bottom and why you're suffering so much, because that's what your mind is like. You know who also wanted to be worshipped? The God of this world, Satan. And maybe you act a lot like him. That's probably why you're at the bottom. But then they said, she lied and said, you know, just like the NBA players, they all got them a little white woman. No, they don't, you liar. They got what they call, they may have what you guys call the preference, which is a fairer skinned woman, which you are. And guess what? If they see a man with you, they also call you the preference. So it's amazing that y'all, that's what I'm saying. Y'all just sit there and lie all day. Y'all don't care what y'all say. Y'all don't care if it's true or not. And then y'all lie on yourselves in a good way. As the woman is about to speak coming up now, she's going to say there's a whole movement called the Passport Bros. Well, before the Passport Bros, there was the Swirlers movement. Get you a white man, the divested virgin. They invented that. And also abort the black male babies. But why won't you bring that up? Huh? Oh, you don't want to bring that up? You don't want to talk about that, huh? You don't want to talk about it? That was before that. And what about when Stella got her groove back? You know, that was a real person, if I'm not mistaken, right? That book was written, then they made the movie. You guys been going on girls' trips and freaking it up in Jamaica, Ghana, and Africa, wherever else you want to name. And also, oh yeah, what about Chocolate City in Vegas where the Mandingo Negroes at? That strip club. That man said y'all coming there from I believe he even said from 17, but from 18 to 70 it was, because from 18 to 70, I believe he said it was, mostly black women. So y'all go there and get your freak on, and you got a nerve to try to talk about, and I'm pretty sure there's a gang of divestors that go there too, because one thing about y'all might be talking about divesting, but y'all will still get y'all freak on with a daddy long leg. You'll do it in a minute, God knows, and you'll be a whole divester. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of you have that type of animosity towards the dude because you can't get the type of guy you want. And when you see him with the woman, with a beautiful woman that matter of fact, the same woman you will suck the juice out of like a crab leg if you got the chance, but you're going to crucify him for getting it because you didn't get your hands on her first, or because he got it and you wanted it. You're ridiculous. So you talk about, there's a whole Passport Pro movement. That's also involves the white guys that you claim, you know what I mean, you need to seek going to get, or the non-black man you seek going to get. That also includes them, and they've been doing it before us. What are you talking about? And they're not passport broing because of other races. They're passport broing for better women. And they're not running to Europe, by the way. They're not busting Europe down like how y'all claim to want to do for divesting, but every time you try to go over there, you seem to run into racist situations and circumstances. So you make vlogs talking about who don't go there, who they did me like this girl, and they did me like that, but I thought they loved you. Shut up and go back and stay. That's what you need to do. You see what I'm saying? But so much so, the Passport Bros, when they seem to be leaving, they go into colored country. They want something thick and tan with a tan on it. So much so that we've seen videos of the German women and the European women saying, y'all sleeping on us, y'all need to come over here. They're not busting the doors down over there. You wish to do that. But when you go, you seem to find harsh conditions and racist situations to where you got to make a video talk about how they did me. That's your problem. And you got a nerve to bring up Passport Bros. As if you wasn't doing, you like the president back in the day with cocaine. He been doing it, then he tried to ruin it. That's you.
Black woman. I am going to go to another country to find another, ethnicity or race of woman because I deem them to be more attractive. Yes. I deem them to have more traditional values. Bow to me.
Submissive. But find them to do what though?
To marry them.
There shouldn't be no reason why you can't say, I don't want to date a bus driver. You know why? You're a lawyer. You did your education. You've done your work. You've been on television. You're still on television. And you probably don't want that kind of man. And that's okay.
I believe that president's name was Reagan. I believe it was him. A war on drugs. But again, to this liar's point right here, the one at the end, this liar, she mentioned that they, i.e. bow to me. You see how they do? But what did L'Oreal just say about her friends? Get you an Italian man, girl, they will worship you. What? Something Passport bros ain't never said now, but they want somebody to bow to them. You see how they just lie and try to make everything you do just demonized? You an evil bastard, and this is why people run from you. You're just evil. They bow to me, and they go for other ethnicities. Man, so if they go for Afro-Latina, or if they go for an African woman in Kenya or in Africa, which they do go for, that's another ethnicity? You know what I'm saying? These people are not kicking. She would love to be able to say that y'all brothers is going to Europe and getting these white women, but y'all ain't. You notice she couldn't say that. She couldn't do that, but she would have loved to put that on you, but she know that's not where you're going. So you're going to the DR, and you're going to Brazil, where it's majority of black people. You know what I'm saying? They're Caribbean and they're Afro-Latinas and African and things like that. But she can't necessarily label you, chasing white women like she would love to do, because all they do is lie, and they're liars. You see what I'm saying? So she say you going after other ethnicities and things like that. And this brother's going to Africa. This brother's going to colored countries, man, to get colored women. But yet they try to act like all you do is chase white women and put white women on a pedestal, when they're the ones always talking about how better the white man is and how he do this and how he do that. Even though the traitor dog was a straight slave from him, know she was in the field, know the horrors of it. This man literally fed her babies to alligators. They call them gator baits in the swamps of Florida and Louisiana. They get the biggest one. They said that they love those babies better than alligators love those babies better than they love the chicken that they was using to catch him. But yet, he good, he cool. You know what I'm saying? But her great-great-grandmother started, something she knows nothing about, like she knows nothing about slavery, because she didn't experience it, but notice she talk about that like she was there too. Oh, great-great-grandma, they just went through it all. And but one thing your great-great-grandma didn't tell you is that your great-great-granddaddy didn't know how many of those kids was his. That's why that milkman analogy and that milkman saying was a real saying, because he impregnated a lot of them too. You see what I'm saying? While that man was at work and nobody was home. So that milkman analogy real, and mama's baby, daddy's maybe, that's been around longer than we've been alive, ma'am. But see, granddaddy didn't talk about that. If he felt like the kids wasn't his, he just kept it to himself. But see, a lot of these ridiculous stories y'all feed the masses, you loving, amazing person, y'all are given to it by another bitter terrorist, and you feed it to the world. You are the reason why the world think the way they do about black men, because you told them and sold them that. Now the white man put you on daytime TV, but he let you run that fat mouth, because you'll do it, and you'll say anything out of it. What a ridiculous thing to say. Oh, they worship me. When L'Oreal just said that the black women that talk to her say, girl, get you an Italian man, girl, they will worship you. And we know how God feel about you worshiping any other thing but him. But that's what they want. Worship. Facts.
I don't think that man wants me, L'Oreal. That's the other part of the
where
conversation.
You gonna meet him?
No, I'm not saying that, but that man does not want me. Melissa, can you speak to that?
I had this exact conversation about her.
Yeah.
And I posed the question about, the CEO of Xerox. Why should she have to date a bus driver? Why is this even a part of the conversation? First of all, the two of them probably have very little in common. Not even in terms of them personally, but their lives and their lifestyles.
Why should a black man have to date you? Like, why should he have to date you? You know what I mean? But every time y'all see a black woman out dating outside of her race with anybody, y'all are happy. Name a time where y'all was ever pissed off that gave her backlash. Name it. Not once. Maya Angelou was good. Oprah Winfrey good. Janet Jackson good. Megan good. I don't necessarily know if she been with a white man, but that just sounded good at the time, so I said that. But you got all these women who are black that did it. Diana Ross, her mama, you know what I mean? I believe even Muhammad Ali, one of his daughters got with some, because her kids high yellow. I ain't seen the daddy yet, but those kids look like, somebody white. That son that's named after Ali, I believe, he did. I don't know, but Why is it that you guys never have anything to say? Why does somebody have to date you? And why is it that you guys always chasing after everybody else, man, but it's a problem when your man wants somebody or when somebody wants yours? But you will chase after a white woman, man, she don't say nothing, not in public anyway, but that's the true sign of strength right there, when you can be silent in public and handle your business behind closed doors, not whining all the time like you, even if somebody put cornrows in their head. But that's what I'm saying. Why is it that you do that? You chase everybody else, man, but it's an issue. Then you want to send a lie talking about, it's not the fact that they date them, you liar. It's the fact that they got to say something on their way out. Well, who can beat you doing that? You know we got the internet like you got it, right? You know we can post thousands of videos and facts that you stay talking crap when a man, especially if it's a black man you want, don't let it be tall, handsome, and fine. And oh my God, don't let him find out he's slanging and got good penis. You really gonna go crazy then. That man ain't gotta say one word. If he does, then what did LeBron James' son say at 15? We ain't even gonna talk about when he was ready to turn 18. Let's go back to when he was 15, how you grown, no lives having fools was in that man DM and bothering him because he was liking girls' pictures that wasn't black. Well, he go to school with them. That's who he around. Why didn't y'all say that when Obama daughter, the oldest one, when he let her white boyfriend stay the night, huh? And y'all was happy. One maggot said, well, what's she going, I think it was a black dude may have said something about it. I believe he did, because her comment was, what's she going to do with y'all? She is the president's daughter. What's she going to do with y'all? She can't do nothing with y'all. And blase squaze, you know what I'm saying, about the rest. I can't remember it verbatim, but it went along those lines. So y'all didn't have an issue. Y'all felt like they wasn't in her league. Okay, well, y'all ain't around him like that. Those are the type of women that are around him. The man is rich and around rich people. But y'all found it a problem. He didn't say nothing to you. And when y'all came at him the next time, 40, he didn't say nothing to you then either. Majority of those black men don't say nothing to y'all. It don't take them to say nothing to you for you to get mad and throw a fit. It don't take nothing for that, and you know it. Okay, now with this whole insecurity thing, bro, like, could y'all please post evidence of that and some statistics on that? Insecure because y'all make more money. Typically, I don't believe a word of it. 9 times out of 10, you walking around that house like you run stuff, and cause you make more, you change.
Why should she have to date a bus driver? Why is this even a part of the conversation? First of all, the two of them probably have very little in common. Not even in terms of them personally, but their lives and their lifestyles and that sort of thing. And what's called into question when it comes to trying to date somebody who's of a different status than where you are, you're going to encounter problems that are going to result in microaggressions, you know, just like the fissures are going to kind of show up in the relationship, but it's going to be a lot of unsaid things. Insecurities, you know what I'm saying? Like, why, like, listen, in a perfect world, Miss CEO of Xerox, she falls in love with a bus driver and everything works out well, but in reality, probably not.
Like, how many of you guys actually believe that it's the man? Oh, I'm just insecure now because she make the money. Oh, baby, you making all this money now. I just don't know if I can handle it, baby. Man, these niggas, these Negroes actually will pimp abroad for her money. So you really believe a man is crumbling? No, because the woman is making more money now? Stop. How many interviews, podcasts, and just videos do we have of you things getting on there talking about, I just outgrew him. I just outgrew him. I just started making more money. I just wanted more, and he was just stuck at the same place. That's typically what it be. And y'all just make up lies about insecurity. Y'all just say anything out your mouth. You really do. Typically, the man ain't insecure about nothing. You just made more money and feel like you outgrew the man. And you start walking around acting like that. I've seen women like that. I mean, I remember being a younger man and watching how, you don't say no name, but I watched how this woman treated this man because, and this my house, where he gonna go? I seen it. You know, because she knew she was making more than money. I made more. Then don't let her get into the argument with him. She showed letting him know that she do. You know how y'all is. Stop. He just insecure. I ain't never seen it now. You know what I mean? It's just words. These people, word salad, man. Their mouth is full of it. You typically are walking around acting like you making all this money. You typically are walking around acting like you the man. And when y'all get in an argument, you let him know. But yet you want to act like, oh, you just made $15 more this weekend. Ooh, you saw him just starting to curl up. Cause you making that money. And ooh, he just got insecure. Man, this man out here pimping women for money. And taking it from him. And y'all always talk about dusties. You know what I mean? And laying up while you going to work. So how is it that all of a sudden, once you start making money, now guys are just crumbling? They're just crumbling now. It's because you know, he insecure because I make money, more money than him. Right. How many of these dudes gladly just take money from broad, scamming them out of money, some of them. But yet, when you with him, he just crumble once you get a raise. Girl, shut up. You running around acting like you making more money than that man. And when y'all get into an argument, you bring it up and you let him know. I've watched you do things like this. And I didn't even live in the same house as this person. Girl, stop with your shenanigans, your foolishness.
Well, here's the thing, Melissa. What you're naming, though, is really the crux of the issue, which is that people want to sit on platforms, social media, radio and television and the like, and they want to pretend as if we live in a society, particularly in this nation, that doesn't have class, socioeconomic distinction.
Exactly.
Let's just start from that point.
Yeah.
Right.
We want to pretend that we live in this kumbaya society where, quote, everyone's the same. Stop cap.
Yeah.
Stop cap.
Yeah. It's very
It's
true.
not.
Yeah.
It's not. Like
very
we need to
true.
be clear. And it's not, for me, it's never about being better than, which I think is how a lot of that was framed.
Yes.
I've been very clear. My mother drove Charlotte-Mecklenburg School's bus for many years to make sure that I had everything that I needed. And from that, and if I bought a bus driver home to Gloria, she would slack the black off of me. Because her point was, is I put you in position to go get it. To go get it at a different and yes, higher level. So why, and let me tell you something else I know about women who show up in success and financially and this, that, and the third, and then they try to act as if we're all the same, and they do date, you know, men that maybe are differently positioned financially or educationally or otherwise.
First of all, let's stop the cap. Not stop cap. Let's stop the cap, baby. But I get it. You a few ticks behind the time. But I want y'all to pay attention to what she almost said. Did you see it look like she almost said? And I'm going to say look like, because I hate telling people what they did or what they going to do or why they do something. But it sure looked like she almost said, if I brought a black man home. That's probably why she married and almost married to a couple white men. You see what I'm saying? So she said her mama put her in position that you better bring something else. I mean, remember what that other lady said off, what was it, The View or The Real, which is really The Fake. Ain't wasn't nothing real about that show. But that show where that black woman said her mama told her to go get a white boy. Now told the sons, you better not bring a right girl home. But told her daughter, said, ain't that many truth of just lying on brothers, man. Just a group of lying dogs. And just told her, yeah, there ain't that many black men to choose from. So y'all know what they say. Who is the they that say it? You, your mama, and the rest of y'all? They always acting like it's an invisible man. Y'all are the they that say that garbage. But if you look closely, it looked like that lady almost said, if I brought a black man home. And that's, just look, take it, keep going back on it as many times as you want, but look at that. But anyway, you saw what she went for when she got up now. That mama said, I put you in a position. You bet not. You know, and she didn't go for that either. But when LeBron James' son was liking white girls' pictures, and notice the sisterhood ain't attacked her yet. Not about that. Now let her say the wrong thing about the sisters. Then they coming for her. She can go and prepare for that. Yo, pick me. You know what I'm saying? Pick me, sure. Let them say something about her. But as long as that's why they're against Candace Owens, because Candace Owens actually got something to say about them. They love the fact that she married a white man now, but you ain't on our side because you talk about us, so you ain't with us because of that. But you did good with your marriage certificate, but you ain't with us because you got something to say about us, and you ain't, you know. You ain't over on this side. But I noticed that though. And you know, and the way she talked about how her mama positioned her, you know, to pick wisely. And like I said, just like that black woman said off The View or The Real, or it was one of those little talk shows with those women, that her mama told her to go get her a white man. Bring him on home. But that white girl, where no white girls in my house? You know, like Rich Homie Quan, mama told him, you know. Amazing. So my question and answer to that, to these hypocrite so-called super duper ooper lawyer people is, what's worse, Queen Mother God? The white woman that tell a lie, they get 800 Negroes hanged and Emmett Till killed? Or the white man that hangs the Negro, cut his penis off and kills him? Huh? Explain that to me, because you said don't bring one home but go get another. So Queen Mother God, please explain which one is better then. Is the one that told the lie worse than the one that hung the dude, killed him, shoved his nuts and penis in his mouth while calling them the N-word? Huh? That's the one you told her to go get. And by no means necessary is this against white men or nothing like that, because I know, you know, the devil gets in anybody, but I got to get on these people because these people are the worst, and they are hypocrite dogs, man. I mean, and liars too. I mean, and they blatant with it too. They in your face. Like, I mean, man, these people don't even care if you catch them in a lie. You can prove that they hypocrite. They don't care. They just keep doing it. And then still be wondering why the people don't want nothing to do with them, and realize, nah, I'm walking away from you. Make it seem like, they're telling black women they don't want them, as if they just saying that to you. As if like they ain't got no reasons, as if they like, you know, as if, you know, but the same white man you chasing, you literally gotta make, organize demonstrations just to get him to start talking to you. You gotta swirl the movements and let me tell you how to get a white man 101, and other race of women don't seem to have to do that. He chasing them down. Why he ain't chasing you? You so damn great. And then he been having you his way like Mickey D's since before the Mayflower. Been hitting you and filling up plantations with you since they called it that. But yet you trying to act like somebody keeping you. Who keeping you away from him? Man always had access to you, man. And you want to act like the white woman in the way, we in the way. You know a black man ain't in the way, because he smashed you and sent you back home to him. So stop with the foolishness.
Right. Let's stop it. And what I felt, y'all, was I appreciate the lifestyle I get to live with you, but I hate you for it.
Yeah.
But I hate you for it.
Yes.
I hate that I got to have my hand out when I want to go get these new kicks. I hate that I have to ask in a way about, well, where are we going on vacation and what does my contribution look like? Because I'm not running shop the way I really want to run shop, as most men really like to lead their household.
Right.
Exactly. And
Cool. Okay. And let's be honest about that, Mrs. Eboni. Let's be honest about that. Y'all only do that for the guys that y'all deem worthy and attractive to. You women get pregnant by prisoners and lose your pensions and jobs in the correctional facilities. Sucking penis and bending over in the laundry room getting knocked down. But you ain't doing it for no anybody. That man was fine. Ooh, girl. And it was thick and long, you know, nice and girthy. You know, that's what matters, the girth. You know, about this big around. Yeah, y'all do that for the ones y'all want. You ain't just out here like how y'all like to lie talking about you love the black man. But the black man that you love is the same black man that every other race of woman will let bend her over. He's the tall, handsome, you know, pretty white teeth. You know what I mean? He's the fine guy. You see what I'm saying? And that's also your choice. But let me tell you something, sister. It's way more men taking in bums than it is women. Way more men housing women that ain't nothing. And what about the stepdaddy era? The stepdaddy era before us. I believe it was around the time of the baby boomers or even after that. All those men that was stepdaddies to y'all. Y'all women don't like to be stepmamas. Y'all don't like to take care of nobody else's kid. And then y'all talk about step up and abandon. Man, please, when y'all women, if y'all women did get with a man with kids, once y'all was done with those Once y'all was done with those men, y'all was done with those kids. I done had a few stepmamas. Once they broke up with my daddy, they were gone. You know what I mean? And they didn't stick around. So it's funny how y'all run your mouth like this, bro. Hey, you ain't nothing special about you. You know what I mean? Nothing. You're just a human being, dog. That's all you are. There's nothing special about you. You're just a human being. And these men that you talking about, that y'all had, then you lied and said we all do it. Really? What? Man, what are you talking about? There's women out here that got kids aging out in DCF custody that they ain't doing that for. There's women that got kids out here in DCF custody, and when you see them, they got 2 new ones, and you'll never know that they got kids in DCF custody unless you talk to them or know them. Because of how they out here just living their life with their 2 new kids from 7 different other dudes. Yeah, I said 2 new kids from 7 different other dudes. Wild, isn't it? But you'll never know they got kids in DCF custody. They ain't even doing that for them, and you talking about you all have done it? Why don't y'all watch your lies, man? Because that's easy to debunk. Well, you know what I mean. No, I don't, because you lie so much, I don't know when you're telling the truth or what you actually mean when you saying something. I see it as you just running your mouth again. Be honest with you, because that's just what you do. You all have done it. Really? Majority of these motherfuckers, majority of these women, they got plenty of arrest videos of these women stealing out of stores and going to jail. Can't even, stealing liquor with their children in the car. And you talking about you all have done it? But let me tell you something. If there is sitting a bum in their house, guess what? It's a bum that they chose and they like something about him. Maybe he dropping good penis or something like that. But they not choosing no any guy. Ain't no any guy gonna lay up on their couch. They not having that. He better be what they want. He better be what they want. Or he ain't laying up on that couch eating their children food up. You crazy? Stop the cap. Not cap. But stop the cap. Because y'all ain't doing that. Y'all letting niggas live off. Y'all letting the guys live off y'all that y'all actually want. That he a bum, but he providing penis. That and maybe some other things that are not financial, but it ain't gonna be no anybody. You can believe that. That's why y'all be single in that house before y'all just let anybody come lay up in it. So stop.
So when I was talking about Miss CEO of Xerox, I'm saying, what is the problem with a woman of that stature? The amount of time that she's invested, not into her, schooling, but her profession, into her life, building herself up. Why shouldn't she feel like she should be equally yoked? Why is that a problem?
Yeah.
And then it's always the reverse card. Well, when men are titans of industries, do they go looking for equally yoked, et cetera, et cetera? No, because they're probably not going to go find it. I'm like, oh, Jesus, Lord, take the wheel.
Yeah, well, they also want somebody that's going to follow them around and do what they want them to do.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Titans of industry are looking for women who are not going to say, I'm sorry, my schedule is that. They need a woman who is going to be at their beck and call, who is going to be available for everything, who's going to have the kids, raise them, and just be available for them.
Would you ever do something like that, Al?
What?
Pay all the bills? Like, would you take care?
She's too cute.
Like, say he's like a stay-at-home dad, and he's taking care of the kids, and you are the breadwinner. Are you okay with taking care of all the bills?
No.
Yeah.
You know what it is? With y'all foolish women, you're not like men. You see what I'm saying? So you want to question, the man wants somebody at his beck and call. If he going out to work, he want a woman to go home and stay home and take care of the kids and be at his beck and call. But you don't want that as a woman. You feel like you talk this lying insecurity garbage. But if a man actually did that, you'll feel you don't like that. That's not in you. You know that something is not right. He's supposed to be doing this. See, he don't feel like something is not right. She's supposed to be doing this. That's the difference, fool. So, like when they asked the lady, would you be okay with doing that, dog? No. You see, exactly. So how is it that you people talk out of a forked tongue, out of 2 sides of it? Either you're going to do it or you ain't. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be the boss chick, or you want to be your career too and have yours too, but then again, you don't want to do what he would do, which is work, do the things, and then you stay home or whatever, or you don't want to do the 50-50 or none of that. But then you want to complain about how he want to work and do his thing and have you back him up. You want to complain about that too. You want to have something to say about that. And then this liar talking about the Bible says he's supposed to provide. But the Bible also talks about You not being married 3 or 4 times too, but y'all don't mind divorcing, do you? Y'all divorce about 80% of the time, and it's funny how y'all only bring up the Bible when it benefits you. You see what I'm saying? The Bible also talks about it's better to be on the rooftop of a corner of a rooftop of a house than in a house with a quarrelsome woman. But you ain't heard that. You still gonna say what you gotta say and be what you own. You know, it's funny how you quote the Bible when it suits you. The Bible say he's supposed to provide. And the Bible also says submit yourself to your husband. And whenever y'all hear that word, y'all explode. Okay, but is he this? But is he that? God ain't put on it. He said submit yourself, fool. He ain't no submissions on it. Just like when he said the man is the head of the woman. But I'm the neck that turn the head. That ain't Bible, you lying dog. That's your lying mouth. God ain't add no emphasis to it. You added those footnotes. God said when he created something, he ain't need no help. He said, I am he and there's no other God with me. But you won't quote that. You won't quote that though. And all this foolish feminism garbage you on. That ain't God. That ain't in the Bible. A lot of this garbage y'all on, God is against it. But you ain't trying to hear that. But you got a nerve to talk about the Bible said this here. The Bible said a lot of things you don't do. I bet you ain't gonna run around quoting that. I bet you the majority of things you do every day is that God is against it, and you know the Bible says it, but you ain't heard it. Got some nerve, man. These people. You want to be the woman ruling and running your kingdom, but then you want to rule it and run it right on the side of him, but then you don't want 50-50. And then the lady just brought up, but what if he not there all the time? Y'all women know how y'all do if that man ain't around. I bring up the milkman again. You see what I'm saying? Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. That's how you get that when that man is not around. Look at all those soldiers that they had to be warned about marrying these women. Because a lot of them was marrying them and just marrying them for their pensions and their money and cheating on them and getting pregnant by other people because they was never there. And the first day, you were never home. I needed somebody to talk to. A woman got sneeze. So that's why she asked that question, because she knows she would want that man around. Now let him not be around and let the pool boy be around. Or let the help be around. God forbid let one of his homeboys that's finer than him and taller than him be laid up around now. Oh, you can hear when she pregnant, you better get that test. Y'all women are funny, man. And foolish.
There would have to be circumstances for that to, like, what's the issue?
Why aren't you working?
Yes, why aren't you working?
She's saying, put another way, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Make it make
and
sense.
if it doesn't make sense, it's a no.
Now, what do y'all think about this, though, when the man does work and then he's never there?
Well, personally, I'm fine with it because the Bible says you're supposed to provide. But that's just me. I'm also
like,
not,
are the lights on?
I believe in provision.
But you know these men be cheating. You don't though. Even though they got studies showing that you neck to neck with cheating and that you typically have a backup plan of somebody in wait. Oh, my bad. Even though we got plenty of videos showing you getting caught cheating in line. Oh, my bad. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got another one. Even though they have, Maury and everybody else has been able to make millions off you showing up and testing 30 guys. But these dudes be cheating. And you know, like lies like that. You see what I'm saying? But you said, but wait a minute, was this the white man? Because I thought he paid for everything. Child, he was in grad school. Oh, okay. Oh, he was on his way up, so he wasn't able to pay for everything yet. But I mean, I thought that's what it was, though. I mean, he had to get to a certain level to start paying for all the stuff. And you mean to tell me you had a white man or a non-black man that you had to do this for? But yet y'all stayed talking about how to go get one and this and that? Oh, that's right. You did tell us. You did tell the young ladies that, hey, don't be thinking that the grass is green on the side, even though that's what you thought. That's why you did it. You thought you learned also. And your mama, who probably coached you and also held that belief up in your head, just like that other lady off The View or the Fake or whatever that show was with those women that she was on when she said her mama told her to go get one. Maybe you was taught that and you thought the same thing. But I'm just appalled that this would happen with this non-black man. I just, divestors, according to them, these things don't happen with him. So that's very surprising. Very surprising.